So I got home from work and I've been disconnecting and unplugging and taking things apart on the truck. Battery, air box, hoses, wiring, got the radiator drained, all that kind of stuff, skid plate off the bottom. Took a whole bunch of pictures of all these vacuum hoses, thanks to one of you guys who said pay very careful attention because they changed year to year. So I took tons of pictures of those as I was disconnecting them. Just trying to be as proactive as I can and getting this thing back together and running good. I got to run, and Blake and my dad are going to continue on the takeout of this engine. We'll see how far they get in the hour and a half that I'll be gone.
Got the radiator pulled out, motor mounts unhooked, the bell housing unhooked. The starter, we have to lift the motor a little bit to finish getting it out, but it's broken half, so it might just fall out. But we're about to put the cherry picker under it and find out where we stand.
So I brought back food, so although it wasn't done, we're in a better mood now. They got quite a bit of it disconnected. We're just undoing the last couple of things. Blake's undoing the wiring harness from the transmission. We've disconnected the rest of the stuff, fuel lines and the rest of the electrical and all that jazz. We're about to start pulling it out of there, or see if we can. It's hard to believe that the same engineers that built the 22RE put this conglomeration together. This is maddening.
This is terrible.
Absolutely ridiculous.
We found out the reason we're pulling the engine out is a little hole here in this side of the motor, as well as, if you go around to the other side,
There's a little hole right there.
there's a little hole right up there, right where my finger is. It's in the other hole.
Oops.
So if I go back around to the first side and we shine the light right, we can see daylight all the way through.
Look at that. Do you see what I see? So the starter, whatever connecting rods came through the side, literally blew the starter into two pieces. That came pulled out in two pieces as well. So kind of crazy what can happen. Forces of mechanical things, but yeah, there's two motors. So this, the one with the dry oil pan, yeah, this is the good motor, 150,000. That motor came out of the extended cab truck, 215,000. Some crazy stuff. So it looks like it just had a timing belt replacement at 211. The clutch looks like brand new in it, like somebody just had the clutch resurfaced. New distributor cap, new wires, the plugs look new. Super sad. Somebody had just spent some money on this thing for it to let loose like that. Really is a bummer, but I guess it'll work out good for us. Now we got an open engine bay, and yeah, a lot of work to get done. So we're just working on prepping the motor that's going in. I've got the exhaust manifolds all off, swapping the wiring harness over. Unfortunately, our injector plugs are so old and deteriorated. The part that's supposed to clip and latch the harness onto the injectors, and you can see on this one, they're just super brittle and deteriorated. So we went to transfer them over. Just your initial squeeze, that portion was just breaking off. So we've robbed some of the injector plugs off the old harness and transferred them over as best we can. So we got that going for us, but our timing belt water pump just showed up. So we are putting a new timing belt, water pump, and all the associated stuff underneath there on while we've got it out, and everything's nice and easy to work on here in front of your face instead of down in an engine bay with a bunch of crap in the way. So we're going to do that, and I don't know, see what kind of headway we can make on this thing. We've been working on this thing. Got timing belt, water pump stuff all done last night. Now we're just got it dropped back into place tonight. But we're exhausted. Sounds like we maybe have the COVID again. Some new strain. I don't know. Whatever. But I'm whipped. I'm going to go eat dinner. Take a break.